Welcome to the Clinical Pen. And hey, just before we jump in, make sure you hit subscribe, okay? And check out clinicalpen.com when you get a chance. Right, so let's talk about something, well, something super common. That feeling in your gut when things are just
Yeah, like
haze.
bloating maybe, or that indigestion feeling.
Exactly, or just feeling generally sluggish, low energy, like things aren't moving right.
It really impacts more than just comfort, doesn't it? Your whole energy level, how you absorb nutrients, even your metabolism.
Yeah,
It's all tied into digestion.
it really is. And it's funny, we often look for really complicated fixes for these things.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes, maybe often, simple practices, things people have done for ages, can have a surprisingly big effect.
That's so true. It shows how connected everything in the body is. You work on one thing, like, say, relaxing your nervous system, and suddenly your digestion gets better. It's all linked.
So that's what we want to discuss today, how yoga, specifically, can be a real support for your digestion and metabolism, too. We've looked at some really interesting stuff on this.
Yeah, it's a great topic because, like you said, gut health is foundational. It's not just feeling good after one meal, it's about consistently getting what you need from food and, well, getting rid of the waste efficiently.
Right. If that slows down, your energy just tanks.
Exactly. And you're not getting the full benefit of the food you eat.
So how does yoga actually do that? How does moving your body on a mat help what's happening inside your digestive system? What are the main ways it works?
Well, there are a few key things going on. Probably the biggest one is how it affects your nervous system.
Yeah, okay.
Yoga is brilliant at switching on the parasympathetic nervous system.
Ah, the rest and digest mode, not the fight or flight stress mode.
Precisely. When you're stressed out, your body literally pulls resources away from digestion. It's not a priority in that state.
Right. Your body thinks it needs to run from a tiger, not digest lunch.
Exactly. So yoga helps you shift gears, telling your body, okay, it's safe now, you can focus on digesting again.
So just calming down makes a direct physical difference to your gut function.
A huge difference. Then there's the physical side, too. A lot of yoga poses actually stimulate the abdominal organs directly.
Like giving them a bit of a massage from the inside.
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. Twists, compressions, gentle stretches. They can all encourage peristalsis.
Peristalsis. That's the muscle contractions that move food along.
That's the one. So these movements can physically help things, move through the system more smoothly. Helps with nutrient absorption, too.
Okay, that makes sense. Physical movement, helping internal movement.
And tied into that is better circulation. More blood flow to your digestive organs means more oxygen, more nutrients, helping them work better.
Right.
And then there's stress. We keep coming back to it, but it's such a major disruptor for digestion for so many people. And yoga is, well, famous for helping with stress.
Tell me about it. Stress goes straight to my stomach. Always.
You're definitely not alone there. So by lowering your overall stress levels through a regular practice, you're tackling a really common root cause of things like bloating or indigestion. And one more thing, the breathing. Deep breathing is central to yoga. And getting more oxygen circulating helps reduce inflammation, which is often linked to gut issues.
Wow, okay. So it's quite a package deal. It calms the nerves, physically nudges the organs, boosts blood flow, fights stress, and improves oxygen levels. It's not just one thing.
Not at all. It's multifaceted.
So let's talk specifics. What are some of the actual poses that are highlighted as being good for digestion, and why do they work?
Okay, yeah, let's start with a really common one, cat-cow.
Ah, yeah, on your hands and knees, arching and rounding the back. Simple, but feels good.
That simple flow is key. As you move between arching on the inhale and rounding on the exhale, you're gently compressing and then stretching your abdomen.
Right.
That action is that internal massage we talked about. It
Yeah.
stimulates the organs, encourages motility. It can be really helpful for bloating, just getting things moving.
Literally helping things along. Okay, what about downward facing dog? That one feels more like stretching your hamstrings and shoulders.
It does, but it's also a mild inversion. Your head is below your heart.
Ah, okay.
That change in orientation helps increase blood flow towards the abdomen. Better blood supply means your digestive organs get more oxygen and nutrients to work efficiently, so it supports digestion and metabolism.
I wouldn't have thought of down dog that way, sending blood flow to the gut.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Plus, it helps release tension in the lower back, and sometimes back tension can actually contribute to abdominal discomfort.
Okay, connecting things I hadn't connected before. Now, seated forward fold.
Yeah.
Sitting, folding over your legs. Feels quite passive.
It feels passive, but that forward bend creates compression in the belly area.
Right.
That gentle pressure is thought to stimulate the digestive organs, maybe help with elimination, kind of nudge the detoxification process along. And forward folds are usually very calming for the nervous system.
So hitting that stress angle again.
Exactly. You get the physical compression and the calming effect, that mind-body thing again.
Definitely. What about twists? Like Ardha Matsyendrasana, that half-seated twist. It feels like you're wringing yourself out.
That's a perfect description. Twists are fantastic for digestion. They literally help to gently squeeze and massage the intestines.
Okay.
This encourages peristalsis, helping move waste along, which is great for elimination. Twists also boost circulation within the abdominal organs, which helps you absorb nutrients better.
Really sounds like an internal squeeze for better function. Okay, bridge pose, lifting the hips up.
Bridge pose works in a couple of ways. Lifting the hips increases blood flow to the core area, stimulating the digestive system. It also strengthens your core muscles.
Which helps support everything in there, presumably.
Right. Stronger core, better overall abdominal function. It's often mentioned as being helpful for constipation and bloating.
Good combo strengthening and relieving. What about a really gentle one like child's pose? That just feels like rest.
And that rest is exactly why it's helpful. Child's pose lets your whole abdomen relax. If your stomach issues are tied to stress or anxiety, this pose helps release that tension in the gut.
Ah.
Plus, breathing deeply and calmly in child's pose really reinforces that rest and digest state.
So even just relaxing deeply is actively helping digestion.
Absolutely. And one more legs up the wall pose. Super simple, right? Just lie down and put your legs up the wall.
Yeah.
Seems too easy. It's another gentle inversion. Gravity helps with circulation here, drawing fluid away from the legs and abdomen, which can reduce that heavy, bloated feeling. And it's incredibly calming for the nervous system. Soothes everything right down.
Wow. Okay, so we have poses that compress and twist, poses that use gravity for circulation, poses that just calm everything down. It's a really diverse approach.
It is.
But you mentioned breathing earlier, and the stuff we looked at really emphasized that the breath pranayama is just as crucial, maybe even more so.
Absolutely. The physical postures are great, but the breath is foundational. These breathing techniques are incredibly powerful, especially for managing stress, which we know is so tightly linked to gut health.
So it's not just doing the pose, but how you breathe in it. And doing specific breathing exercises too.
Both. Definitely both.
Yeah.
Let's touch on a few key breathing techniques. First, diaphragmatic breathing, deep belly breaths.
Right. Breathing so your belly expands.
Yeah. That full breath maximizes oxygen exchange, which can ease bloating. And the actual movement of your diaphragm gently massages the internal organs from above.
Just breathing deeply helps massage your organs. Wow.
It's subtle, but yes. Then there's Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing.
Yep.
This one is less about direct physical massage and more about balancing the nervous system. It's very calming, helps balance the left and right brain hemispheres, promoting a less reactive state overall. And that calm state benefits the gut.
That's amazing. Balancing your nervous system via your nostrils directly impacts your digestion.
It's a very clear mind-body link. And then there's Kapalabhati, skull shining breath. This one's more active.
Okay.
It involves short, sharp exhales through the nose using your abdominal muscles. It's quite energizing. That forceful action gives the digestive organs a more vigorous stimulation. It's thought to really boost digestion and help with detoxification.
Okay, so different breaths for different effects.
Yeah.
Calming, balancing, stimulating. Put that together with the poses. It feels very complete.
It really is a holistic approach,
Yeah.
but it doesn't stop there. The info also really stresses that yoga works best when it's part of a generally healthy lifestyle.
Right. It's not a magic bullet on its own. It's a powerful tool in the toolbox.
Exactly. A holistic strategy, like simple things, eating slowly, chewing your food properly. Digestion starts in the mouth, right? If you rush, you're making more work for your stomach and intestines.
Guilty as charged
Yeah.
sometimes. We all rush.
It's easy to do. Staying hydrated is another big one. Water is crucial for everything, including keeping things moving smoothly through your digestive tract.
Yeah, dehydration definitely slows things down.
For sure. So yoga helps the internal mechanics. Water helps the flow. They work together.
Makes sense.
And managing stress, again, yoga does that, but maybe you add meditation or walks in nature, whatever works for you. Layering those stress reducers helps your gut even more.
So it's like a positive feedback loop.
Yeah.
Yoga reduces stress, helping digestion, and other stress management boosts that effect.
Precisely. And of course, diet. Eating a balanced diet with enough fiber is key. Fiber adds bulk, helps things pass through. And probiotics, the good bacteria, are vital for a healthy gut environment, which means better digestion.
The classic gut health advice: fiber and good bacteria.
Yep. So it's yoga, breath work, mindful eating, hydration, stress management, and a good diet. It's the whole package.
It's about creating this supportive environment for your digestion to work well, using all these different angles.
Exactly. An integrated approach for restoring that balance.
So really what this all comes down to for you listening is a set of practical tools. This isn't just abstract theory. These are things you can actually try.
Right. Whether it's just occasional bloating or something more persistent, bringing in some of these poses, focusing on your breath, being mindful of those lifestyle habits, it offers a really natural way to potentially feel a lot better.
It really shows how yoga offers this powerful two-pronged approach, doesn't it? You get the physical stimulation, the massage, the improved circulation, but also that vital calming effect on the nervous system through relaxation and breath.
Yeah, it tackles both the physical mechanics and the underlying stress factors. It seems like a very effective combination for supporting digestive health and just overall energy and vitality.
So thinking about all this,
Yeah.
how yoga and breathing can physically stimulate your insides while also calming your stress response, and how directly that impacts your digestion. Here's something to chew on. How does really grasping this connection, the link between your stress levels, your nervous system, and your gut, how does that change how you think about managing your health day to day, especially with how busy life gets? Does it make you think differently about what gut health really means? Maybe it's not just about food, but also about your state of mind, your stress levels.
It definitely suggests that taking care of your gut means taking care of your mind and your stress too. They're not separate issues.
Something important to consider for sure. And hey, do not forget to subscribe.